Welcome to our emergency live. We had already left the office for the day. I was at a tennis lesson, crushed it. Pumps was getting her eyelashes put on,
Yes,
and you look beautiful.
thank you.
And you guys, I don't think she knows, and some of you might not know what happened at HUD.
I do not.
Okay, so I just want Kylie to play. People, Elon Musk is firing everybody, sending out these letters. Let me know what you did, blah, 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 while he's doing ketamine with the chainsaw and all of this stuff, right? So some people go to work at HUD today, Housing and Urban Development.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is playing on every single TV at HUD. Play it, Kylie.
No.
Yeah. So it is a video of Trump French kissing Elon Musk's feet. And I just love this level of resistance.
I do too.
I love this. This is the moment that we need. We are in a post bipartisanship
Absolutely.
era. This is bananas what's going on with the FBI, the DOJ, Trump, Musk, everything. These men are wildly insecure. They're titty babies, and this is what we need. And we had to have an emergency live immediately. Pumps, what's your feedback on that?
First of all, I am so impressed that somebody went in and hacked all the computers and put it all over the screen. My second question is, where was the catch up in relation to Donald Trump when he saw that video? Because that hurts him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he has been in the Oval Office getting schooled by Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. And so Emmanuel Macron basically is fact checking him in real time in the Oval Office. We'll cover that tomorrow morning because I have some of those clips saved. This live today is for pettiness. This live is something that we need as the rebellion to inject into our veins about how ridiculous these people are. Here's a little nugget I read about the HUD when that was on all of the TVs in the entire department. They couldn't shut it down, so they had to send people manually to each TV to unplug them. Is that not the greatest?
It's so good because the people that are going in and raiding our system couldn't get these people out.
Yeah.
It gives me some level. I mean, it's a huge level of satisfaction for Elon Musk and Donald Trump to be humiliated in front of all these people. But the fact that the resident hackers that he's hired, the big balls of the crew, couldn't get into that makes me so happy.
Yeah, the crackheads were stumped. Okay, so I just want to, before we get into this next thing, because Pumps loves political gossip, and that's what this live is about, you guys. It's some piping hot tea. So think about that Elon Musk, if you're MAGA, all right, you're all about we're America.
Mhm.
We're for Americans. You're not a real American. You're not a real American. We're real Americans. They are worshiping the richest man in the world who has 13 kids, a bunch of different baby mamas, absolutely not about family values,
Right.
a total untreated drug addict. And every scene, every clip I see of him, I just am so, it takes my breath away that he's even gotten as far as he has as a person. Like, I'm not impressed. I don't think he has any riz. I'm just like, this guy went this far in life. So here's what he has been doing in his spare time. And the MAGA cannibalism with this stuff is so good. Okay. And this is what I would like for Moses Mike Johnson, the diehard Bible thumper, evangelical Speaker of the House, who's always going on and on about family values. I want him to respond to all this stuff. So remember, it was just revealed that he knocked up somebody he met on Twitter.
Yeah, a 26-year-old MAGA influencer.
Ashley St. Clair or something like this. Well, it's getting messy. And now everybody's like screenshotting and leaking stuff to the press. And I'm just here to gobble it up and serve it to you all in pumps. Okay, let's see the first screenshot. Okay, Ashley St. Clair sends her friend, Elon followed me. I need his rocket babies, LOL. And the girl says, oh my God, no way. That's so awesome. He 10,000% saw my moon landing tweet. Look, I'll take one for the team, seduce Elon, and get in a rocket to see what's up. She's like, oh, yes, you will, girl. Let's go. And here's what I have to say, Elon. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And here he is basically dating people in the comment section of Twitter. Okay. This girl, I mean, there's no question. I mean, I don't like to demean women, but there's no question. This is like gold digger city. And this
Right.
girl, she played stupid games and she's winning a stupid prize. Can you imagine that you had to screw Elon Musk and then he cuts you off financially? It's the only reason you did it is you think this MFer has a big bank account and that she's getting stiffed.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that having sex with him would be cruel and unusual punishment. So, ugh. Talk about no riz, no nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so then the next leaked screenshot, here she is. She has the baby. And so she sends a picture to the baby daddy, Elon. And he responds, all well. And she responds, he is perfect. And he responds, I look forward to seeing you and him this weekend. Okay, so obviously Elon Musk has leaked this because it's a screenshot between the two of them. And I doubt she's doing it. So he's the one leaking this. And think about that. His number one goal is to like be a trillionaire. And here he is playing these stupid games on the internet, impregnating people because he's really into all this like eugenics shit. Okay, next screen grab. Okay, Elon Musk. This was during the campaign and he sends this baby mama. I get credible death threats every day. I'm number 2 after Trump for assassination. Wake up. This is not the time for sentiment at the expense of safety. If I make a mistake on security, then he puts somebody's name, we'll never know his father. That's why the father spot on his birth certificate is blank right now, E. So this is what the baby mama says. And why he has my last name. Elon says, that's necessary for now. Only the paranoid survive. And she says, I understand. Apologies if Ava's text upset you. There has been incredible discretion used here, as I will continue to do so. And then he says, the threat level will reach insane levels until the election is decided. Loose lips sink ships. This is who
It's running
Donald
the
Trump
government.
said, here's the keys, buddy.
Yeah.
This is what he's doing in his spare time. I mean, this is Jerry Springer shit.
It really is. Like this whole situation, like the 13 kids, the baby mamas, the other baby mama sending him a text, I need your help with the kids. It's, a medical emergency type thing over Twitter, that he knocks somebody up from the comment section. It's like, this guy's not stable. This is not good decision making. Overall, a lack of judgment.
It is Jerry Springer stuff.
It is.
And so the Bible thumper sect of the MAGA voters, the triple Trumpers, and all of those are big evangelicals.
100%.
I want them to answer for this. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world and you want to play stupid games and win stupid prizes and do this shit. I don't give a shit.
Right.
What I care about is you going in and firing all of these people that have jobs, families, lives, benefits, pension, all of these things. And he just thinks this is a fun game and he puts a 19-year-old named Big Balls in charge of everything. That's what pisses me off. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, so she sends, hi, I feel like a lot broke down when Jared got involved. He said a lot of pretty horrible things to me that he attributed to you. And I feel as though there was never a rift in our relationship before that. If you were in New York, or if you'd like me to come to DC, I really would appreciate being able to speak to you in person. I care about you deeply and feel as though third parties have put a major rift in our relationship that I truly wish was better for the sake of our son. And he puts, okay. And he says, and then she sends a meme, all righty then. And he says, well, we do have a legion of kids to make.
I couldn't see it because of my glasses. He did not say that.
He did.
How old is he?
55 or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's much, much older than her, but like he has 13 kids. I know I've read these articles that he wants to make a compound and populate the earth and do all this weird genetic shit. He got her out of the comment section she's dumb as a box of hot rock. She's dumb as a box of hot rocks because she thinks they have a relationship. It's unbelievable to me that it's just, I can't even wrap my head around these people. It is Jerry Springer. You're right.
This whole White House is a flea market.
Uh-huh.
And this is Jerry Springer stuff. And you're starting to see right now the resistance is forming, and Congress is not in session, and these congressmen went back to their hometowns, and people are barnstorming in there, chewing their asses out. We cannot be scared of these people. These are the weakest beta males, Jerry Springer shit show you've ever seen in your life. And democracy is worthy of saving. I think we've realized how fragile it is, but we cannot throw it all away for this dipshit at Donald Trump. I mean, seriously, like I can't believe that people see him and see this stuff and see Donald Trump and think, oh yeah, these people should be in charge of stuff.
There's absolutely no one that I see surrounding Trump, Trump himself, Elon Musk, that should be in charge of anything. As I've said a million times, neither one is a very good business person. Elon Musk, Twitter's lost 70% of its value since he came on
He was
board.
under a gajillion investigations by the United States government.
33.
That's what this whole DOGE thing
He's
is.
going through.
He is firing hardworking, decent people who, when they got that government job, these people weren't trying to be rich. They just wanted stability. They wanted to have health insurance because it's not provided for by our government. They wanted to be able to pay a mortgage. They wanted to maybe take a vacation or two. And he goes in because he's under investigation because he's mismanaged all of these subsidies, and he shuts down all of these investigations about him. All of these good, decent people that are making $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year. Their ambition is just to live a stable, sane life. And these asshole oligarchs come and take it from him so that they can avoid jail time themselves. Donald Trump and Elon Musk. You know how stupid this administration is? You know the musical Les Miserables?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's about the French Revolution.
Right.
Last night, there was a dinner at the White House. And they have like the military singers and, the ones that are like musicians come in, and they're singing Les Mis
to the French,
which is about like eat the rich, the French Revolution. That's how stupid they are. They don't realize that the song is totally against their administration, would be more of a song for our side. We have stupid people playing stupid games, and we have to go in and make sure that these motherfuckers win stupid prizes. This is insane. Okay, Kylie, what's our next one? Okay. So this woman named Marilyn O'Brien, she tweets this out. My daughter is losing her job thanks to DOGE. I voted for President Trump 3 times. My daughter is a hardworking, excellent worker for the Manistee National Forest. She doesn't work for DEI. She runs the office. I'm pissed at POTUS45, at Elon Musk. It's not right. And then the liberal influencer Quentin Quarantino says, yes, Marilyn, they're doing the white people too.
That's what all these people, they were all for all of this cruelty and meanness when they thought it was just going to be black and brown people, LGBTQIA plus people. Women will be the other end of it. Now she's on the other end of it, her daughter. And that's not in a vacuum.
Here's what's going to happen, Pumps, and our YouTube viewers. Here's what's going to happen. Everybody now is going to be 1 degree of separation from somebody who got hammered by this administration. Right. And like my nephew is a federal marshal. He got the letter from Elon Musk asking what he had done. They're not going to respond to it. But think about how insane this is. I wish all the federal workers would just at the exact same time hit reply and type, go fuck yourself. You're not even a real American. Because that's the stuff that hurts them. Like that kind of language, like you're a real American, fake American. We don't care about that shit. But that's the shit that they care about. And there's an opportunity here that I think the Democrats are missing because they're like, we don't want to be like them. And it's like, here's the deal, guys. We're going to have to play a little dirty here.
That's right.
You're going to have to point out to these MAGA people that we have allowed an Australian named Rupert Murdoch to come in and feed you lies that these people literally grind up, snort, and freebase all the time, that they're so whacked out there in a cold. And then you have Elon Musk firing people, again, like if you grew up in America and you went, you know, upper middle class neighborhood, you knew a lot of people whose parents worked for the federal government, and it was a very admirable, stable job. And he is taking this away from so many people, and the ricochet is going to be crazy. And guess what? There's new polling out. Guess how people feel the way the economy is going. People think it is going favorable. Only 20%.
Well, at least they're conscious, because this whole MAGA movement, I have wondered if they are even at all connected to reality. And that's the closest thing you told me, because I've read that they're all like, oh, well, because I've seen a clip on Fox News that they're saying, well, the price of eggs is going up, but if that's what the price for national security, we're going to pay it. And I'm just like, what in the fuck are you talking about? That makes no sense. So I'm glad they're not whitewashing this. Now, I know that none of these Republican evangelical Jesus before everything else, they're not going to see all this shit about Elon Musk. They probably don't even know how many kids he has and all the women, and that he's, you have to have sex with him through his Twitter and all that.
Here's the thing, Pumps, they won't care because look at Trump.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like it's a prerequisite to be a piece of shit. And it's just, there's this beautiful thing for me as an atheist that's lived in this red state for all of this time. I always knew that evangelical Christians were the biggest hypocrites on the planet. And Trump has exposed them for being the hypocrites that they are. Like they've zero credibility moving forward. But these triple Trumpers, my message for them is this. It's all fun and games. And I'm sure y'all are having a great time right now, taking your little victory laps. But one day something is going to happen and you're going to be like, oh shit. Like maybe somebody gets shot at school and you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't a good idea for everybody to run around with guns.
Right.
Or maybe your health insurance company, you have cancer or something and they won't let you have the surgery. And then you go into medical bankruptcy and die. And then you fucked around and then you found out, oh shit, maybe the Democrats weren't so crazy after all. Maybe your grandchild is gay and then people are bullying them. The federal government is bullying them. And then you're like, oh shit, maybe that was a good thing to want everybody to be the same. Maybe your gorgeous blonde-haired, blue-eyed white daughter falls in love with a beautiful black man. And then you have a little black grandchild and then they get bullied by the system. And then you give a shit. We're all going to be sitting here because we don't change with what personally benefits us. We believe in human rights and social justice for the sake of it being the right thing to do. I don't have a faith that guides me to do that. It's something that I feel principled and with every fiber in my bone that that's something that we have to fight for. So all of these congressmen that are going home and they're finding out from all of their constituents, we have to keep applying pressure, and we cannot cede power to these people. We have the First Amendment and we will stand here on our microphones and use it every fucking day. And if Elon Musk and Donald Trump don't like it, come get us. Come put bracelets on us. Let's do it. Let's fucking go, because the Democrats aren't doing it right now. So we, the people, have to do this. Nobody's coming to save us but us. So everybody in this comment section, find out when your piece of shit MAGA congressman or the Democrat is coming home, you barnstorm that door and you tell them we are not going to allow decent people's lives to be destroyed. We're not going to allow for the bullying of all of these marginalized people. We're not going to give this country to this piece of shit, Donald Trump, and we have to fight. And you know what? You know what we need to do? We need to play the Les Miserables song. Because these fuckers are so stupid.
They are so stupid. Elon Musk, though, to me, right now is doing more to dismantle the government than Trump. Right this second, he is going through and he is harming more people on an individual basis. I think he's worse than Trump right now at this moment, right here.
I agree with that. But it shows you how the fact that you say that shows how emasculated Trump has allowed himself to be, which then makes you say, why? Why is Trump doing this? Why is he allowing this man to come into his office and have his kid pick a booger and wipe it on his desk and say, shh, you're not the president? Because Elon Musk owns Trump. Here's the thing. He spent $270 million to get him elected. That's a lot of money to all of us. where Trump's sitting right now with his online flea market and all these triple Trumpers buying all of his shit, it's not that much for him to allow himself to be this emasculated. There's something far more nefarious going on. And at the same time that I think this, we hear them all speaking pro Putin, pro Russian propaganda and selling Europe down the road and these allies that we have had for decades that have made the world safer. There's a much bigger story here, and I haven't seen the leadership stand up to it yet.
No, not yet. What are the people in the comments saying?
Okay, let's Kylie, pop up some comments. We are live. Let's hear some commenters. Somebody says, watch out for Russia, 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 Russia.
Yeah.
I agree. Impeach. Okay, let's watch the foot video again. Yes, play it again.
Kylie, can you play it again? Long live the real king.
That is so good. I love it.
I can't wait to, you know that Donald Trump cannot see that and not respond. He will say something on Twitter or Truth Social. It's going to happen.
I'm waiting. He's gonna go off tonight about the Philadelphia Eagles, and I am fly Eagles.
Right,
fly,
we can't
baby.
wait for that.
I can't wait. They said they weren't going to go to the White House, and that kind of snub he just can't handle because he wants to be cool.
Right, he wants
just
the cool kids.
Had to go to the Super Bowl. He just had to go. He had to just get his ass in there. Kendrick Lamar dunked on his ass like you wouldn't believe. And now the Philadelphia Eagles are, and I love it. And these are the little micro resistances. And that whoever was the hacker of HUD, I mean, God, not all heroes wear capes. I mean, my God, that is so good. Okay. Yeah, the Eagle. Somebody said, okay, here we have, when Jessica goes off like that, to quote a great woman, inject that shit into my veins. Yes.
Yes, when she gets on it, I like it.
Yes, we have to inject it into our veins. Yeah, here somebody says, you saw where he did not greet Macron. Okay, so I'll tell you guys, I want to cover this tomorrow on tomorrow morning's episode, but since we're live and Pumps has been getting her eyelashes done,
I don't know.
And I was crushing it on the tennis court. I mean, forehands were zinging down. Anyway, so Emmanuel Macron and Trump are sitting in the Oval Office, and Trump starts talking about Europe. He says, he just starts lying, like Europe didn't pay for Ukraine or loan the money or something. And Macron like grabs his hand, like a total power move. It's like, actually, that's not true. We paid 60% or something, like fact checked him in real time. And then there's a clip where Trump is going on about the gold that they went to uncover.
Like the Fort Knox shit?
Yeah. And Macron just like, he's busting out laughing like you and I do when we watch clips of him where you just, where he's not, yes. Yes, he is an embarrassment on stage. And I have to say to all of our European allies, to Canada, to everybody, there are tens of millions of Americans that support you in checking this. Like this is a global problem.
It is a global
We're more fucked than you are, but
way more.
Come get us.
Let me ask you this. So did Trump spiral because he called him out and he had to kind of go off script and he fact checked him? Is that why the spiral, or just he spirals all the time? It's hard to say.
I just saw the
okay.
clip. I don't, what are you talking about, the spiral?
Well, because once Macron fact checked him, he's not used to that. Fox News sits there and lets him say whatever he wants. So when he started getting fact checked, I wonder if he got frustrated and couldn't figure out what to say. And that's when he went off about the gold.
I mean, he's just flight of ideas all the time.
Right.
He
probably started talking about
Hannibal Lecter.
I was going to say, if he started talking about Hannibal Lecter, that would be the icing on the cake.
Okay, here's one. I knew Macron had no more fucks to give this trip. I loved it.
I love it.
I absolutely loved it. Okay, you know what's so wild? So, who's that black MAGA girl, Candace Owens?
Yeah.
If you guys go to her YouTube page, MAGA is so obsessed with trans people. She makes hour-long videos dedicated to trying to prove that Emmanuel Macron's wife is trans, is really a man. And it gets like so much traction. And here's my thing about the trans issue. Like, if you show me, first of all, let me just start with this. They're a deeply marginalized community, less than 1% of the population, that are not worthy of being picked on. I don't think anybody's worthy of being picked on. And they have been so marginalized in this election. But you see, and I put this in quotes, guys, liberal commenters or commentators like Bill Maher, he spends an inordinate amount of time talking about trans issues. And to me, like, what I would want to say to him is, show me the data where people have been harmed or injured because of this.
Right.
Like if you take guns, you see, you know, massive data where people are harmed or injured. If you look at the Catholic Church, there's a lot of data where people have been harmed and injured. I mean, like millions of people. You look at the Southern Baptists, you look at the Boy Scouts, and nobody's ever that outraged about like this mass molestation by a church or by a corporation or a nonprofit. But these people are like wound up about trans people. And we have a friend in Oklahoma City, friends of ours, and they have a trans daughter. And it's just, I feel so badly for them because they're great people. Their daughter is darling. And you have this whole movement where that's the one thing that motivates them to go vote for that piece of shit, Donald Trump.
That to me is part of the making somebody the enemy. We have to have a common enemy for us to unite. It's immigrants, it's trans people. I was watching a congressional hearing. They were talking about the NCAA because they want to storm in like, no, no men and women's sports, blah, 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 blah. There's 510,000 collegiate athletes, less than 10 are trans. And
Right.
that's what we're spending money on. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Get a real issue. These people want to be loved. They want to have normal education. They want to have friends. They want to have jobs. They want what every other person wants. They don't want any more.
Here's what I want to say, Pumps. I want to see the Google search history and the Pornhub history of these men that go off talking about trans people all the time, because I think that there's something behind that. There's some sort of pornography that they traffic in. And it's just like that guy.
I was going to say the North Carolina. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's insane the amount of focus and attention.
And
Because
vitriol.
what happened is we had the gay rights movement in our lifetime that really catapulted up very quickly. You had George W. Bush and Dick Cheney that put it on the ballot when they ran, and everybody was like, we want traditional family values. Traditional, which traditional is code word for racist and being prejudiced. And so then Obama gets in, and he and Biden, the Supreme Court, blah, blah. So then they're like, well, oh shit, we can't marginalize them anymore. Who's next?
Right.
Drag queens and trans.
That's exactly right.
Yep. I've had it.
exactly
Okay,
right.
more comments. Let's see. JD Vance, come out of that dark closet. I totally agree. I totally agree. I think he's dying. I think he's dying to pop a smoky eye. I think he's
popping that.
dying to be a drag queen. And we have to just say, like, JD, our vice president, is a drag queen.
Well, our president's a drag queen by all intents, although that's insulting to drag queens because he looks so terrible, but
Yeah.
he wears more makeup than any drag queen I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Somebody said somebody wrote, it was up there, that these conservatives are so obsessed with trans women. And it's just it's like, okay, in Oklahoma, you guys, we have this guy, and he is the superintendent of school, and his name is Ryan Walters. And he's a nut. He's the one that bought all those Trump Bibles, and he wants the 10 Commandments, and he sits in his car all the time, and he makes these videos, and he is a lunatic. But I also have excellent gaydar, and I get really high pings whenever I see a video of him. He's constantly talking about porn and the Rainbow Coalition agenda and all of this stuff. And me thinks the lady doth protest too much.
I mean, it's just he's way too obsessed with it. The car videos, it's just like, why are you in your car? You have an office. And I just want to remind everybody, this guy who's spending all this money on Trump Bibles and going after porn in schools when there is no porn in schools. What are we, 49th, 50th, and we're 47th, 48th, and 49th in education, depending on where you look. So, I mean, he's doing a great job. He's really turning it around.
And then, okay, here's from Jeff Test Pilot. He says, what the hell does JD Vance's wife say to him when they are in private? I would love to have their house bugged.
I agree.
And hear their arguments. Okay. Here's the deal. I saw a video of her the other day when they went, I think they went over to, when they went to Germany.
Right.
She looked like a hostage. I mean, just like she just looked like broken. And maybe I'm projecting into that, but here she is she's of Indian descent. And he's like totally this white supremacist that defends Nazis, defends Nazi speech. And then he, I think he's dying to pop a smoky eye. I bet their conversation at home is, he's in the bathroom. Like, I bet he gets home from work and he's like, I gotta do my smoky eye. And I bet it's just dying to
Prances around in
I
her
bet it's just
underwear.
dying to break out. And she's just got the kids hidden. And she's like, oh, daddy's in the bathroom. It takes him a long time. And he's probably doing a smoky eye, lip syncing in the mirror. And I'm dead serious. And I think these are the people. And here's the deal. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to do a
Right.
smoky eye, you want to wear panties, you want to run around and lip sync, I'll join you. I think that's
Right.
fun. I'm not the judgmental religious nut trying to tell everybody how to live their life. But JD Vance, Elon Musk, Moses Mike, I mean, these are just, we have literal dipshits in charge of us.
It is the island of misfit toys is in charge. These
It is.
people would not be hired in any other administration on the planet. Here's the deal. These guys couldn't even make the cut in the first Trump administration. Bill Barr would not let Kash Patel near
This is
the
the
DOJ.
bench.
This is the bench. And here's the deal. Maybe they'll stay in office the full 4 years, but I don't know. He goes through people so fast. Now, all of these are loyalists. I mean, I put my money on Kash Patel to stick around, but I've had the over-under on Elon and Trump breaking up for months now. And the fact that they haven't tells me something really bad is going on behind the scenes. There's some kind of
I think they have mutually assured destruction.
agree. There's
They
just no
there
way.
has to be mutually assured destruction to where if one of them breaks off, like if Musk broke off, Trump would ruin Musk. And if
And vice
Trump
versa.
broke off, Musk would ruin Trump. It is for sure mutually assured destruction. There's no
Completely
question.
agree. Totally
Okay.
agree.
All right, you guys, look at us. An emergency session to spill some tea.
That was exciting.
I
That
knew Pups
video.
would like it.
And then the text messages.
Yeah, it's so, can you imagine like that's what he's doing in his spare time? And then you got Moses Mike and all those dipshits, Josh Hawley,
Oh, Josh Hawley.
talking about family values and Bible thumping. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. All right. This has been fun, and we will see you guys. Make sure you subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers. Let me see if we have yet.
Your Wi-Fi's
So if
off.
mine is,
Isn't it on your phone?
I still have
Oh, okay.
data. Oh my God, we're like 19 away. So anybody that's on our live that hasn't subscribed, you better subscribe. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.